Why should you learn about crypto? Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Mr. Suw Crypto, the podcast where we chat casually but meaningfully about the world of crypto, blockchain, and everything that can help you better understand and profit in this digital age. I know, learning about crypto can sometimes be overwhelming, but trust me, once you understand the basics, this world becomes like a playground for those hungry for opportunities. In 2025, crypto isn't just a topic for tech-savvy kids or daring traders. It's become a topic of conversation among dads at the coffee shop, moms at the neighborhood gathering, and even high school students looking for opportunities from their phones. And what's most fascinating is that Bitcoin is now on the list of the top 10 most valuable assets in the world. Imagine that. A digital code that was once just seen as a geek's toy now has a value that can surpass most of the world's largest companies. Crazy, right? Now, as the hype grows, an important question arises. What's the point of learning about crypto? Isn't it just a waste of time? Hold on, don't be mistaken. Learning about crypto is like saving time, effort, and knowledge for the future. In this episode, I'll explain why learning about crypto isn't just important. It could be one of the best decisions you make this year. We'll discuss 4 major reasons that will make you even more confident about diving into the world of crypto. From the rapidly growing industry, the potential profits from a still new market, to the expanding job opportunities in the Web3 sector. So, make sure you listen all the way through, because as usual, there will be the 5 rules of Mr. Suw Crypto in the closing segment to guide your journey. All right, ready? Let's start with the first reason why learning about crypto is so important in 2025. Chapter 1. Learning about a rapidly growing industry. All right, let's start with the first reason why learning about crypto is so important. Because you're entering an industry that's growing like crazy. No exaggeration, this is serious. Crypto isn't just a passing trend like a TikTok challenge. It's a technology that is slowly, or even rapidly, reshaping the modern financial world. Think about it. When was the last time a new financial system emerged, grew large, and was globally accepted? The answer: almost never. The banking system we use today has been around for hundreds of years. It's been tweaked a bit, digitized, but fundamentally, it's the same old thing. Well, crypto and blockchain are bringing a completely new system from the ground up. No central bank, no national borders, and no government approval required. That's why people call it a financial revolution. And the funny thing is, many people still view crypto as just a hobby for idle traders. Yet, major institutions, banks, hedge funds, and even countries like El Salvador have already started adopting Bitcoin. This isn't just a trend, it's a transformation. And like all revolutionary technologies, from the internet to AI, those who understand and get involved first are usually the ones who benefit the most. Now imagine you're living in 1995, when the internet first emerged. You had the opportunity to learn how to build websites, code, or even just understand how email works. If you took it seriously back then, you might now be a digital veteran with a solid career, your own business, or even living off the online world. Well, crypto is in a similar position now. It's still in its early stages, but it's growing rapidly. The longer you wait, the further behind you'll fall. So why learn about crypto? Why not just buy tokens and wait for the price to rise? Here's the key point. Because crypto isn't just about buying coins and waiting for them to moon. Crypto is an ecosystem. Within it are blockchain technology, smart contracts, DeFi, NFTs, DAOs, staking, validator nodes, ZK rollups, and much more. If you don't understand, you'll be like someone entering the stock market but only knowing buy low, sell high. Can you succeed? Maybe. But you're highly susceptible to FOMO, losing money by following the crowd, or worse, becoming a victim of a rug pull or scam. On the other hand, if you learn, you'll understand which projects actually have value and which are just worthless tokens. You can analyze white papers on your own, read tokenomics, check the dev team, and understand the roadmap. Even with enough knowledge, you can try building your own project, become a contributor in a DAO, or participate in a testnet and get an airdrop. Learning crypto gives you an active role, not just the spectators. Another strong reason why now is the golden age to learn, because learning resources are easier to access. Back then, you had to scour Reddit forums, watch English language videos, and read white papers like they were theses. Now, There are YouTube channels like Mr. Suw Crypto, Ahem, Telegram communities, and this podcast too. Everything is packaged to be easy to digest. It's all about intention and consistency. Lastly, learning about crypto isn't just about making money. It's about mindset. You learn to be more tech-savvy, more aware of risks, better at managing digital assets, and more open to a financial future that doesn't rely on banks or conventional institutions. This isn't just about money. It's about your position in a world that's changing rapidly. If you're starting to think, that makes sense, then we're ready to move on to the next section. Chapter 2 will discuss the potential upside of the still new crypto market. Let's keep going, don't slow down. Let's continue now. Chapter 2, the upside potential of a new market. Okay, now we're getting to the part that makes people even more curious about the world of crypto, the potential for profit. Let's be honest, many people initially came to crypto not because of the technology, but because of the opportunities. Because they heard their friends could make big profits, or saw news about people who started with a small investment and now can travel the world while working from their laptops. That's what's called upside potential, and crypto has plenty of it. But why is the upside so huge? Because the crypto market is still new. It's young. Not everyone understands it yet, and not everyone has it. Compare it to the stock market or real estate. They're old, there are already big players, regulations are strict, and growth is limited. In crypto, it's still wild. There are still many untapped opportunities. Let me give you a simple analogy. Crypto today is like land on the outskirts of a city in the 90s. There's still a lot of weeds, no malls, and people say, why buy land there? But 20 years later, boom, it becomes the city center and land prices skyrocket. Well, crypto is currently in that suburban phase. Those who see the opportunities and are willing to learn now, those are the ones who will enjoy the long-term growth. Now, let's look at the data. Globally, crypto users still account for only 10 to 12% of the world's population. Meanwhile, the internet is used by over 65% of the world's population. What does that mean? There are still a lot of people who haven't joined yet. In Indonesia alone, the number of crypto investors is still below the number of mutual fund investors. Imagine a country with 270 million people, but only around 18 million hold crypto. There's still plenty of room to grow. And this doesn't even mention the big players. From BlackRock, Fidelity, to JP Morgan, they're all slowly entering the crypto world. Not because of FOMO, but because they understand this is the industry of the future. So if institutions of that caliber are starting to take crypto seriously, why should we, as retail investors, just sit idly by? But remember, this is important. Crypto isn't a guaranteed way to make money. The market is volatile. Projects can pull a rug, prices can crash, and hype can disappear overnight. So, learning is key. People who just follow the FOMO trend without understanding what they're buying, they usually end up as victims. On the other hand, those who learn, research, and understand the market narrative can take positions earlier. They can identify which projects are worth it. They can understand why prices rise or fall. And most importantly, they can make decisions based on data, not panic or euphoria. The upside offered by crypto is asymmetric, meaning the risks are high, but the potential rewards are far greater. You can lose 20 to 30%, but you can also gain 500%. In traditional markets, opportunities like this are extremely rare. Another unique aspect of crypto is that the market never sleeps. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. There's no market close. You can wake up in the middle of the night, open the app, and see prices have already risen by 10%. But that also means you have to be adaptable. You need to be able to read trends, understand when the narrative shifts, and not just be a spectator. I personally know many people who started small, some with only a few $100s. But because they were diligent in learning, disciplined, and patient, they can now live off crypto. Not because of luck, but because they understand. Because they know what they're buying and why they're patient. So, if you hear someone say, "Oh, I'm too late to get into crypto," you can respond, now is the perfect time. This market is still young, still vast, and most importantly, there are still plenty of opportunities for those willing to learn. Ready? In the next chapter, we'll discuss why blockchain isn't just hype. It could become the foundation of future technology used everywhere. Let's continue. Chapter 3. Blockchain isn't just hype. It's the foundation of the future. Alright, now let's discuss the core technology behind crypto itself, blockchain. Many people still think blockchain is just for storing Bitcoin transaction data. But, wow, that's just the tip of the iceberg. Blockchain is like the main engine behind crypto, but its potential is far broader than just digital money. Think about it this way. Have you ever wondered why so many systems in the world are slow, corrupt, or lack transparency? From financial systems, government bureaucracy, to social welfare distribution, they all share one main issue: trust. Well, blockchain isn't here to replace the people, but to replace the trust system. So everything can be checked, recorded, and can't be tampered with at will. Real-world examples? In finance, blockchain is already being used for stablecoins, DeFi, decentralized finance, and even cross-border payments that used to take 3 days, but now can be completed in seconds. In supply chains, you can trace the origin of food products from farm to plate. It's not just organic on the label. It can be verified through data. In the world of science, blockchain is used to store experimental data so it can be accessed and verified by everyone without fear of manipulation. Even governments have started experimenting with blockchain for e-voting, land registration, and tax systems. Crazy, right? What makes blockchain different from ordinary digital systems is one important thing: trustless but verifiable. This means you don't need to trust a particular institution because the system is transparent and can be checked by anyone. And that's revolutionary. Learning blockchain now is like learning coding in the 2000s or learning SEO before Google ads became popular. You gain skills that few people have yet, but will be in demand everywhere. And it's not just the technology that's important, it's also the way of thinking. Blockchain teaches us to understand systems that are fair, open, and fraud-resistant. So even if you don't become a developer, you can still use this mindset to view the world more critically and strategically. Another interesting point: many sectors have already started integrating blockchain into their systems without much fanfare. For example, Nike, Starbucks, and even major banks in Europe and Asia. They're building in silence, and one day we'll suddenly realize, oh, they're already using blockchain? So if you start learning now, you'll have a significant competitive advantage. Whether you end up as an investor, a Web3 worker, or just someone who wants to understand this new world, understanding blockchain can be your main weapon. You already have the foundation. All you need to do is sharpen it. Next up, in Chapter 4, we'll discuss how the world of work is also changing completely because of the crypto and Web3 industries. From remote work to becoming a digital nomad, this isn't just a lifestyle, but a real job opportunity. Chapter 4: Job opportunities and careers in the Web3 world. More flexible, more profitable. Okay, you've learned about crypto technology, started to understand its market potential, and seen how blockchain can change systems that we've always considered normal. But one thing that isn't often discussed, even though it's really important, is career opportunities. And this is where Web3 becomes a game changer. Did you know? There are now tons of awesome jobs emerging directly from the crypto and blockchain industry. And it's not just for coders or developers. Even if you can't code at all, there are plenty of opportunities available. For example, Web3 content creators and educators, community managers for DAOs or crypto projects, research analysts for crypto firms or media, marketing and growth specialists for dApps or exchanges. There are even positions like meme engineer and shitposting officer. These are real, not a joke. What's even cooler is that almost all of these jobs can be done remotely. That means you can work from anywhere: your room, a cafe, a mountain, Bali, anywhere. As long as you have an internet connection and the skills, you can join global projects. That's why so many people are becoming digital nomads, because of Web3. And it's not just about the laid-back lifestyle. In terms of salary and incentives, Web3 typically offers higher pay than the conventional Web2 industry. Some people who started out in regular office jobs saw their salaries increase by 2 to 3 times after learning about crypto and entering Web3, while also enjoying greater flexibility in their work. So, how do you get into this industry? You don't need a tech degree. You can learn on your own, use AI for learning, and join many communities and educational forums that can eventually lead you to Web3 firms like international exchanges, DeFi protocols, NFT projects, and startups backed by large VC funding. How? They start by learning, being active in communities, contributing to open-source projects, and showcasing their skills. Web3 is highly meritocratic. They don't ask for your degree. They ask what you can contribute. And remember, this field isn't widely recognized yet. Most people still think crypto equals trading equals quick profits. But the Web3 ecosystem is massive and currently lacks qualified workers. If you can become an early adopter in terms of skills, you won't just have a career. You'll have the opportunity to become an expert. You'll be the person sought after by big projects. And those who get in early in a new industry usually end up in strategic positions. So if you love the digital world, enjoy learning new things, and want a more flexible lifestyle, Web3 could be the path for you. And it all starts with learning about crypto today. Learning about crypto is an investment in yourself, not just about making money. So, now we've seen the bigger picture. Learning about crypto isn't just about buying coins, day trading, or chasing airdrop tokens. Those might be small parts of it, but what's more important is understanding the changing world. Because let's be honest, the world has changed. Back then, only a handful of people in banks or economics departments understood finance. But now everyone can take control of their own assets. And it's not because of some magic, but because technologies like blockchain and crypto give us freedom and access. Crypto isn't just about money. It's about access to knowledge, access to opportunities, and access to a new system that's more open, transparent, and inclusive. Is crypto risk-free? No. Do you need to study seriously? Yes, absolutely. But that's why learning about crypto now is important. Because the sooner you start, the more time you have to understand, and the better prepared you'll be for the fully digital future. You're not just a spectator, you're part of the game, and you could even become a major player. And most importantly, this isn't just for geniuses. It's not just for people who already understand technology. Crypto can be learned by anyone, from those who are tech illiterate to those who are already pros. What matters is intention, consistency, and openness to change. If today you understand even just 1%, that's already the first step. Tomorrow you'll understand 3%. Next week 10%. In a month 30%. Suddenly you'll be the one others ask about crypto. And trust me, it's addictive. So, don't wait for everything to be perfect before you start learning. Start now, learn as you go. 5 rules of Suw Crypto. Casual, but stick to it. 1. Always DYLR. Don't just follow the trend. Research before you buy. 2. Understand the risks, not just the dreams. Remember, a bull run can make you rich, but a bear market can leave you lost if you're not prepared. 3. Don't FOMO, don't panic. The market is like a roller coaster. Those who stay calm usually come out unscathed. 4. Diversification isn't just a style. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, even if it's shiny. 5. Build an investor mindset, not a gambler's. Those who get rich from crypto aren't usually the fastest, but the most patient and consistent. And of course, subscribe to this channel so you don't miss out on the latest insights. Comment below, why are you learning about crypto? For profits, technology, or to work in Web3? See you in the next episode with Mr. Suw Crypto, where we discuss the crypto world in a relaxed yet substantive style. Keep going, and don't forget, what you learn today, you'll reap tomorrow.